Hi, my name is Frank Mancari, and I have a little story to tell you. Back in 1978, I became Chrysler and Plymouth dealership in the Chicago zone. At the time, the economy was at the bottom, unemployment was 8%, the rate interest was 20%. It was a very, very critical time. The dealership that I took off from Chrysler and Plymouth, it was a failure dealership, which was closed for 2 years. Some gentlemen from Chrysler Corporation, they approached me if I want to become a dealer. I said, I would love to. It's a critical times we were back in 1978. I managed with very short time, I became very successful. A few years later, I become, 2 years later, I become the #1 in the Chicago zone as far as volume and customer satisfaction. For 31 years, all I've been selling is Chrysler, which I love. Chrysler's great products, and I love to serve customers. In 1995, again, Chrysler approached me to take another failure dealership in 8821 West 159th Street in Orland, Illinois. A very short time, with a few years, also we became a top dealer in customer satisfaction and volume. I was one of the dealers that reject me in Orland Park for no reason whatsoever. I've been there for 14 years. In the last 14 years, I never was underperformance whatsoever. I met all the criteria in customer satisfaction. I only know Chrysler. We purchase all the products from Chrysler, service contracts, parts, all the products we needed. Also, we in a main street, which the car, all the manufacturing hours, I have a great facility. I have 10 acres of land and great facility. Also, in the last 14 years, we approximately did $60 million in gross sales. Not only in gross sales, we pay payroll tax, we pay $4 million. In sales tax, we pay $2 million. In real estate tax, we pay $250,000. Unemployment, we pay $655,000. In total, this was for 2008, which 2008, everybody knows approximately was the worst year. We paid roughly around $10 million. We employ 70 people here, which they took the livelihood of 70 people. And again, all I know how to sell Chrysler for the last 31 years. For 31 years, I served the public with customer satisfaction, take care of the customer, and we bought everything from Chrysler. We have an impeccable relationship with Chrysler, always had an impeccable relationship. And I don't understand that we have a customer base for about 70,000 customers total with service and sales. They took my franchise away from me and just to hand it out to a dealer down the street. I would love to continue to have my franchise back. I'm not looking for any money. I'm looking for my franchise back. I can put my people back to work at a great people. 70 family they out of work, including I have 5 children and 14 grandchildren. 2 of my children are both in the business. I have a daughter which she loves the automobile business. She's 42 years old. And I have a son that is 35 years old with 2 children that he loves to be in the business. And I was building the future. 31 years of my hard worker, they've been taken away from me. I do thank you, Chrysler Corporation, for at least to let me have my other dealership in Illinois. And I do thank them that they're going to give me the Dodge franchise. But I still think it was very, very unfair for no reason whatsoever. They would take my franchise. And also, as I said, I was never underperformance. So if anyway, the Congress, the Senate, the task force, they could see that I should be in restate. Again, I'm not looking for any money. I'm just looking for my dealership, what I best know how to do, what I love to do. In the Chicago zone, I was the #1 in advertising, and nobody else does market like Frank Mancari. Also, if you would ask previous employees of a Chrysler Corporation and present, they could tell you what kind of dealers Frank Mancari is. Always the best Chrysler dealer I was in the zone. I will continue my other Chrysler. I will continue with my Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, soon I'll be Dodge, to be the best dealer, serve the public, and be supportive of Chrysler as I've been for the last 31 years. Thank you, and I hope the Senate and the Congress and the task force, they will take this in consideration, not just for me, but for everyone that deserves to be a dealer. Thank you.